In this video, we're talking about healing from the wounds that you have with your mother and father, and it's even beyond the actual relationship that you have with them. I want to bring your awareness to the areas of your life where you are fostering patterns in your reality that relate back to your relationship with your mom and dad. And this work goes really, really deep. And once you understand where you're still trying to prove yourself to your mom and dad, or you're playing out patterns that you learned from your mom and dad in your life, you're able to take your power back from certain dynamics and actual external situations so that you can, really love yourself and, just feel free to live the life that you're meant to live in a sovereign soul level, right? Coming back to sovereignty and being released from enmeshment. So before I get into it, I'm going to introduce myself. Please like and subscribe to support my channel and comment below. That helps me with the algorithm. And sometimes I wonder if YouTube shadow bans me, but I don't want to put that out in the world. So if you guys can just put love into my videos, because I put so much love and intention into them, I appreciate you so much. And I am Grace Moralia. I specialize in trauma and subconscious healing. What I help my clients do is identify and heal core wounds, beliefs, and blocks that keep them from being in the fullest, truest expression of themselves and living their purpose. And the way that I do this is really helping you identify what you don't see, the belief systems, the woundings, the patterns on a subconscious level that live in your body and nervous system. And I help you clear those on an energetic level. And the way that we do this is through a mixture of hypnotherapy, parts work, somatic therapy, learning family constellations right now, energy healing and readings and spiritual guidance. I bring all of this down to help you come into your power and to heal yourself. So we are really going deep in my coaching work and one-on-one personal private retreats in Sedona, Arizona. So if you need guidance or clarity in your life, if you need direction, if you need to connect to your soul, to love yourself, you have past wounds from childhood or generational trauma or right now that are just keeping you stuck, then I encourage you to reach out if you feel drawn to me. Serious inquiries only, but I appreciate you guys. The form is below to reach out directly, and I have testimonials also. So let's get into it. I'm sorry the lighting is a little bit weird right now. I'm not at my home, so I don't have like the lighting that I love, but let's get into it anyway. So I really want you to notice what your relationship is like with your mom and dad. And I know that you probably have done some of this work before. If you watch this video, you have already observed what the relationship is like with them. But I want you to zero in and hone in on what pattern your mom, first of all, represents for you. And you could journal about this. What patterns does mom represent for you? And how does that show up in your life? What role do you have in the dynamic of mom, you and mom? And do you see her as above or below you energetically? And then if you can figure that out, if you see her above or below you, trust your intuitive answer with that, then you can notice in your life where you are externalizing mom and how that is impacting you in your life now, right? Where are you externalizing your relationship with mom? Maybe that's people pleasing, over giving, maybe that, and I create videos about that so much. So if you have issues with people pleasing, check out my videos. I feel like they are so powerful around these topics that I share. But yeah, so is it people pleasing? Is it overgiving? Is it feeling disempowered? Is it shame? Like, what does mom represent for you? And notice in your life this week, right? It's a new moon right now, but I challenge you to notice where you're playing those patterns out and to start taking your power back from that, because mom is not there in these people, right? Mom or dad, take it as it is for you, is not present in those dynamics. It's just your nervous system and subconscious is still placing this role of mom on them. So then we're going to go to dad. Dad is authority, inner authority, relationship with authority, bosses, money, structure. So what is your relationship to dad, and where are you placing dad outside of you in your life? And where are you still allowing dad to dictate your decisions, your worthiness, your proving to self. So, what's your relationship like with authority? And notice what fears live underneath these patterns and dynamics that you play out around mom and dad and belonging. How does this influence your relationships and your money and your career and your intimacy and how you perceive yourself and your power? Traumas live in chakra systems. So for my work, what I help people do is identify where their trauma and belief systems and emotions that are connected to patterns are in the body. And I find that shame and unworthiness can really live in the root and the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra holds a lot of shame. So if you have a hard time speaking up or speaking your truth, that means that your throat and your sacral chakra are very likely to be blocked, and there's old energies that are not yours that come from mom or dad, maybe even their traumas or their karma, their unresolved emotions that they're still holding on to are passed down to you in your body and influence your destiny. They influence what you're able to attract and how empowered you feel in yourself or not. And the work is that I facilitate is all about you noticing what is yours, what is not yours, unraveling into the truth of who you are, and taking your power back from these situations, right? Anything that's holding you back. So giving mom and dad's opinions of you, stories, judgments, traumas, things that you've inherited back to the source so that you are able to live your life freely and live your own divine fate, right? Your fate. Yours, sovereign, yours. When you notice where you're still playing out mom and dad patterns in your life, you come back to your destiny and choice. And that's the power, because you're not supposed to be stuck in stories to prove yourself to them. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. It's you and you, right? So anyone that you see above you or below you in your reality, it's worth questioning why. Why do you see yourself as superior or not superior to certain people, to certain dynamics, to certain situations? What are these belief systems? Where are they in your body, right? This is how you start to rewire your whole self and come into a more empowered and aligned version of you. So please let me know in the comments if this was helpful. I'd love to dive into this work privately with you. If you're interested, you can reach out below and let me know in the comments how this supports you. I'm sending you my love. All right, bye.